Brad, for starters, what's it going to be? You guys spent a lot of time in Omaha. What's it going to be like going back to Omaha?
Well, obviously the familiarity with the rink and the surroundings, I guess, would be number one thing. But we didn't play Omaha in the pod, and we just got to watch them play. And obviously they played very well, and they're continuing to do that. But we know the rink, we know the surroundings. Now we get to play a new team here, and we'll probably get very familiar with them, knowing that it's 8 games remaining and we got 6 left against them.
What is it like going to be like playing the same team so many times in such a short span?
Well, again, normally when preparation, you build and you pre-scout and you try to practice and, try to accentuate the things you want to do against the team and kind of focus on what they do well as a team, and then you move on to the next team. Now, obviously, having continuity of playing that team six times in a matter of 8 games, it's going to be preparation on trying to get off to a good start right away, and then try to keep building and growing and getting better each game that you do play against them.
How critical are these games looking where you guys are, both teams are sitting in the standings in the NCAA?
Yeah, for a number of reasons, right? Obviously for the chase for the Penrose is probably the number one thing there, knowing that they're right on our tail there in the standings. And I think everybody looks about being in your own division and the teams that they're playing against, and I think that's fine. But I think the biggest thing, and I think everybody would probably agree in our conference, is just concerning yourself with your team, which is our team, on how we want to play and how we want to kind of just focus on the one game at a time approach. And again, it sounds cliche, but that's what it is. Like, we're in the stretch run here, and not many games left in the regular season, and you got to take care of business, and you got to focus on those things that'll have you a chance to give you success.
Have you guys received any word from the NCAA about how they're going to select the tournament field this year yet?
Well, I was on a American Hockey Coaches Association call yesterday, and there was some discussion, but there was no certainty on I guess that topic from the NCAA. There was supposed to be somebody from the NCAA on the call, but they weren't. So obviously we didn't get any clarity on that side of it. But we do have scheduled meetings every couple of weeks, and hopefully in the next few weeks we'll find out what that is. But like I said, I think everybody has a little bit of anxiety or kind of not knowing for sure what the process or protocol is. But the biggest thing for us, our program, is just, like I said before, focusing on ourselves and take care of business, and that's trying to win games, which lends itself to the committee of trying to put you in the tournament.
Do you sense from the coaching body that there's a little bit of frustration that this hasn't been articulate? We're within 2 months now of the start of the regionals. Is there some frustration among the coaching body as a whole that you guys don't really know what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know about frustration. I think nervousness would be one thing, and a little bit of anxiety, and I guess you could say a little bit of frustration. But, it is. We're going through a COVID year here, and, things are changing as we go, and it's about being flexible. So you got to be open-minded, and you got to make sure that you're just doing the things that you're doing to give yourself a chance here. And, like I said, hopefully there will be some certainty and some clarity here in the next few days or weeks.
Coach, we were talking a while ago about getting everybody back to full speed after the long break. After the second Denver game and then the 2 against CDC, do you feel like your guys are at full speed at this point?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say full speed. I would say we're gaining momentum. To ever say that we're at the top level, I don't think that's the case. I think we're building momentum and going in the right direction. We're trending north, and I think that's what we have to do. And we got to keep taking steps forward here and keep working hard every day. Like, I'll tell you what, we're playing against a very good Omaha team here, and we're playing a lot of games against them. And it's one of those things where we're going on the road here again, and we're very familiar with that. But in saying that, we have to make sure that everybody's bringing their A game, and again, we learned from that first night in Denver that there can't be any passengers. Everybody's got to bring it, and we knew that over the last 3 games, the second game in Denver and the 2 games against CC, that if everybody plays together and does their job and their role of playing at a high level and a high pace, you have a good chance to win games.
Hey, Coach, how have you seen Adam Shield progress as the season has gone on? He's had a couple 1-goal games and a couple shutouts.
Yeah, well, he's been a big part of our success, and that goes, and like I said to you guys before, to his preparation and his habits leading up to the weekends, and being early here in the breakfast room every day, and getting ready for practice and after post practice, and what he does in his routine is a big deal. That shows that he has a mental and physical focus moving forward here. Our penalty kill has taken a jump. We started in the pod and it was just okay, and it's gotten to be pretty good here. And a lot has to do with the penalty killers, obviously, but obviously having the goaltender and net making those saves. He's made some key saves at key times, not only PK but on 5-on-5 to bail us out, and that's a big deal having a goaltender that can do that.
Is Gabe Bass getting closer to being available to play, or what's Gabe's?
I would say, and just to be honest with you, he is getting closer, but he will be unavailable for this weekend. Ethan Fish will be available for this weekend.
Okay. What's it? You don't want injuries on the back end, but a guy like Cooper Moore has gotten a lot of experience this year and a lot of minutes. Has that helped his development?
Yeah, 100%. And we always talk about the players sometimes that aren't in the lineup that are veterans, but looking at the glass half full approach is you got a young man in Cooper Moore that's growing exponentially every day in his confidence and his details of how he needs to play, and again that comes from opportunity, and the opportunity he has been given here. He's made the most of it here, so it's exciting to see his growth and development over the past few weeks here.
Nick, go ahead.
Coach, what's helped Shane Pinto kind of emerge on the scene here? He didn't have a goal. He didn't have a goal for a couple games in the bubble, and now he's had a couple goals over the last couple games here.
Well, I just think he missed a little bit of time there. The last game he got nicked up a little bit last game in the pod, and then over the Christmas holidays, and then just that first series in Colorado Springs, it took him a little bit to get back on track here again. And I think one thing is we all look analytically at at top six forwards or skill forwards, and we look at the analytical side as far as how they're playing based on their goal production and point production. But I think you got to dig a lot deeper, and you got to look for a guy like Shane Pinto. It's just more than points. It's face-offs. It's 200-foot game. It's heavy, hard minutes in key situations, and I think he's been doing a good job. And now the points are starting to come here a little bit too. So, like I said, I think he does a lot of things for us, not just scoring goals and creating offense from getting assists.